So it's a great honor to sit with you here in your office in the Knesset building to discuss the Shabbat Project, where there are communities in more than 550 cities all around the world in 65 countries across 8 languages that are coming together for this Shabbat, Parashat Lech Lecha, to come together to celebrate Shabbat, to keep Shabbat. Last year we had more than 1 million Jews participating in this project. This year we're expecting even more. And what's so exciting is that right across Israel, from north to south, people are preparing. Today I was just in the Ramat David Air Force Base. They're participating in the Shabbat Project. Yesterday I was with the municipality of Ashkelon. They're hosting more than 14 events across the city, and from in Tzfat and Rehovot and Netanya and Tel Aviv and Yerushalayim, all over the country. In spite of the difficult circumstances, people are gathering to say this is who we are and we are proud. And I think it's a wonderful moment of Jewish unity, that Jews are coming together. And I think especially on behalf of the Jews of Chutz La'aretz, there's really a sense that we're keeping it together with the Jews of Israel, especially at a time like this, to say we are Ish Echad B'Lev Echad. It's one people all around the world standing together and being defined by our ideals and our masoret, not about what our enemies say. We are positively saying this is why we are Jews and who we are, and I think that's very exciting and very inspiring.
This Shabbat, I hope, will be very special for many people around the world, especially for the Israelis and especially for the new immigrants here in this country, who will feel a lot of solidarity with things being read on that Shabbat. Now, I want to tell you that I don't feel like, saying all these politically correct phrases. You have a great project, Rabbi, we're so excited. I think that you're doing something that in the course of years started being problematic. It's a terrible thing to say to a pulpit rabbi, but I think that if for thousands of years, definitely for the last several hundreds of years, we've been saying that the Jewish tradition unites the Jewish people, to be quite frank, if we look each other in the eyes, we know that in the course of time, in the last probably several decades, we can, with the same internal persuasion, say the Jewish tradition divides the Jewish people. The issue of Shabbat, the issue of conversion, the issue of who is a Jew, the issue of kashrut, you name it. There are lots of arguments and sometimes even big explosions in Israel, diaspora relations inside the communities, you name it. And what you're trying to do, not by a political argument, not by voting, not by ousting someone, you're trying to build this common denominator once again, and nothing could be as important as this project, other projects of that kind. I think that it's really building brick by brick our future, our ability to still find things that unite us, and the numbers are very exciting, and the numbers in Israel are exciting too, as you said, with all the difficulties we have right now in our day-to-day life. People understand the perspective. The difficulties are here today. Tradition is forever.
I think what you're saying about getting beyond the politics is so important, because one of the power of the Shabbat Project is Ketnua Amamit, as a people's movement. So we're finding all of these partners, and we're working with more than 5,000 partners all around the world. A lot of them are not people with official positions in their communities. They've just come forward because they feel a part of Am Yisrael. They want to make it happen in their own community. When it then moves beyond institutions, then we can free ourselves of the politics and find a unity and just experience a Shabbat together as Jews all around the world.
In today's world, there are lots of nice things to do on Shabbat, except for prayers, except for traditional meals. You can pick your choices. You can study. You can go to a discotheque. You can meet friends. You can go to college and do all kinds of. You can work for the community, for that matter. You can do positive things, and the challenge is great. The challenge is great because you don't have the authority to tell Jews in San Francisco or Paris or even Johannesburg, for that matter, how to behave, what to do, that they should come to the synagogue, that they should be with the community. The only way to do it is by approaching them, by persuading, by discovering, helping to discover this world. The challenge is great, but I'm sure that the way the project is growing, you'll be successful.
It's education and inspiration. I think at the end of the day, that's what it's about. And I think that for a lot of people are craving Shabbat today, in today's times, because there's so much pressure that people have in their day-to-day lives. So to have one day just with the mishpacha, just with the family, without all, I'm sure that you find that the fact that you're under such pressure at work, the fact that you have Shabbat is it's an island of tranquility and peace and quiet. And a lot of people want something like that. It's something that draws them. So on the one hand, there are challenges. On the other hand, it's something which is so beautiful. And when people experience it, they just want more of it.
You put your finger on it. I have in my synagogue an elderly rabbi, retired, obviously, a survivor, a Holocaust survivor. Each Friday night, he approaches me in the synagogue and says to me, "I envy you so much." And I was like, "Rabbi, why do you envy me?" He says, "For you, it's such a transition from this crazy life of yours into the Shabbat.
Yes.
I wish I could get that kind of feeling." So I guess it's not for me, it's for any hardworking individual.
Yes.
Now there's more and more understanding in the world that in order to be productive and work and create things, you must have a day of rest, a day of your family, a day of something else, of something different. And here comes Shabbat. And as you said, we can't explain to people how to exactly behave during the Shabbat, but we can definitely try to help people discover the meaningful Shabbat experience.
It's what Judge Louis Brandeis, as you know, one of the famous American judges of American history, he actually said his uncle was a Dati man and he saw Shabbat in his home, and he used a phrase from one of the poets. He said it's like stealing a day out of life to live. Sometimes we're so busy in life that we forget how to live. But I think that it's so significant that we've had this chance to talk here in the Knesset, because this is really about Jewish pride and the fact that Am Yisrael can be Am Echad, Belev Echad, Ish Echad, Belev Echad, one heart, one people coming together, and to say to the world we're proud of who we are. And it doesn't matter what's going on around us, we stand up for who we are and we're so proud of it, and that's inspiring for everybody.
So we are proud to be one of the 5,000 partners you have around the world, the Knesset in Israel. To all the participants of the Shabbat Project, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.